God bless. Welcome back to Twist and Shout. I'm Shar. This is Jacob.
Well, I can't say my own name.
I'm Shar.
I'm Jake.
Everybody say hi, Jake. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and warn y'all. When nighttime comes, we get the cough. Like, I do good filming my videos during the day, so I don't have to worry about it, but it's something about nighttime that makes the cough come back. Y'all know that he was the first one to test positive, and then, well, I never went test positive. I just assumed, well, hey, if you're gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. And sure enough, I start feeling bad. But I don't know if I told y'all, but when I went to get tested a week later from him being tested positive, I was negative. And I initially went live with you guys and I told y'all where our children don't seem to be sick. But when I went to test negative, my daughter tested positive. So we had to like re-quarantine for the most part. But we want to shed some light and tell you guys some things, because there's a lot of myths and a lot of deceit behind being sick. And I feel like our experience can kind of shed some light on some things. I guess we should start with how do you think you got sick, or when did you know like something's wrong?
I got sick at work. I'm an EMT, so I deal with a lot of patients. So just coming and going, dealing with a lot of people. That's the only thing I can think that.
He being nice about it, because that's not our conversation. But anyway, I mean, because I ain't asking him to throw nobody's name on the bus, but y'all know the conversation we had. Like, I just feel like
somebody was being careless.
Somebody was being careless. And
I do a lot of the, like, you know, in between runs and stuff, I do a lot of the picking up the trash and shredding papers and dealing with a lot of handling people's trash cans and all of that stuff. I pretty much like the janitor around the building. And so, you know, if people are sick and they're sneezing and they're drinking and you know, whatever, I'm touching their cups and throwing them away, and their bottles and their trash cans. So then I get sick. I just leave it like that. So
yeah, we're gonna play it safe, but y'all know. But what was the first thing that made you say, yo, there's something else here, like this ain't no cold? Like, what was the first thing?
Well, I ain't never said it was cold. So.
I mean, well, what was like, man, something wrong? What was the fact that it made you say, let me go get tested?
I think it started on a Thursday night. I was sitting up reading my Bible and stuff, and for whatever reason, I just felt like I couldn't get warm. Like, I couldn't get warm to save my life. So, like, my feet were like ice cold, frigid, freezing. I'm like, okay, this is not normal, because usually, you know, I get cold feet or whatever, but I put the blankets on and I warm up. There was no getting warm. I was just having chills. It was crazy. It didn't make sense. And so around midnight, I said, man, okay, something ain't right. I went and got some Tylenol, and I took 2 Tylenol, and I started to feel a little bit better, but I went ahead and called my job and said, I usually have to get up at 4 in the morning. So I called my job and said, look, man, I ain't coming tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. So then as I get up Friday morning, I am still freezing. Charlene and everybody else talking about it burning up hot in the house. And I'm like, no, I'm freezing. It is too cold. So then I called my brother, and my brother said, hey, go to the emergency. I mean, you know, go get tested. So I went that Friday, and got tested. And it was Sunday before I heard back from them. But that whole time I was freezing, so I was steady taking Tylenol every 6 hours. Every 6 hours, like clockwork, taking Tylenol. And so, yeah, that was that until I found out Sunday that I was positive. So that's how it started.
So, we're going to go into things we did to cope. And I told y'all, I let y'all know straight up that he was in way worse condition than I was. But I think what we both shared was this extreme discomfort that led to irritation. And it kind of was like, I don't want to be bothered type thing. And, you know, naturally we have our moments where it's like, I'm doing something right now. Like, don't bother me. But
you want no business going on during this time.
There are kids up here.
I'm just saying, want no business going on.
But anyway, we were really irritated, like deep rooted down to our bones, irritated, and it was like, I
still kind of feel like that sometimes.
Yeah,
but she don't give me no, she don't give me no grace. This is what I'm telling you. She don't give me no grace. She can be irritated. She can be upset. Not nobody else. So I just got to keep my irritability to myself.
Like, real peep game, y'all. He would be irritated, like, leave me alone, let me go to sleep. All right, cool. Then he would come find me and interrupt what I'm doing. I'm like, you just said you
but you be wanting to dance. You want to dance, you want...
Do I look like I dance?
Yes. So I snatch her up out of his chair, because she'll sit. If you don't bother with her, she'll do a video 23 hours out of the day and sleep one. And so... like,
oh, speaking of, true story. Yo, when I say this, he gonna look at me like, listen, y'all know I told y'all I had previously recorded videos, right?
Yeah.
Listen, it was like 20. When I
told you she be doing too much.
Listen, when I edit them and put them, I'm like, did I just count it 20? And then what made it worse, because when he first got sick, like I said, I felt like I was kind of down, but not, I won't claim no COVID. Like, I was like, I won't claim it the C word. So it was like, okay, I feel, oh, that's another thing too. Extreme lack of energy, y'all. Like, we can't find energy to save our lives. Like, no matter how much you sleep, you cannot feel energized. It's like your body just like, is that it? But anyway, I got way too many videos. Like, I'm doing a series on anxiety and dealing with stress and stuff, in how to make sense of it all and make sure you effectively spend time with God despite what's wrong. But other than that, this video here, that's it. Like,
I ain't get tell about my headache though.
Hold on.
All right then.
What? Okay, name all your symptoms.
All right, that's what I've been waiting for. Here, hey, listen. So here you go. So first thing I got, the number 2 of the worst of the symptoms was the chills. Like the chills. I feel like the chills last about a week, and that was crazy. Like just freezing all the time. And then after the chills went away, it would be like a up and down, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. Can't get it straight. But the chills was horrible. But I tell you one thing worse than the chills. When I started getting them headaches, and my headaches was just in the back of my head. I didn't have no pain or nothing up here. All my headaches were back here, and it felt like somebody was stabbing me in different spots. It just would move all around, and one night I fell asleep praying, like, God help me, because it was so bad. Like, I had never felt pain in my head like that before. And I pray I don't never feel nothing like that no more. Like, that was the absolute worst.
Like, when you have a pain, like, you know nothing's gonna help, so you're just hoping and praying that it just eliminates on its own and fastly. That's how he was praying. I ain't gonna lie, I was irritated because I was like, can you be quiet?
Yeah,
but
she was calling me a big baby, man, but I'm trying to tell you.
Like, please. And this is the thing, y'all. This is how you know when somebody plays too much. Because at first, I'm like, come on, man. You know I'm trying. Because he do stuff when we're trying to go to sleep. And I'm trying to make sure Jace doesn't wake up because he still co-sleeps. I'm like, come on, man. Stop making all that noise. So when he was, please. Because it's not him. It's not normal. So I was like, can you be quiet? And he said, I'm hurting, man. And that's still all what he does when he playing, which is why I told him he only be playing like that, because when this happened, it was like,
that's not true.
I don't know what to say. But I told y'all about the body chills, y'all. Yo, I remember it hit me.
And the body aches is bad.
It hit me like 10 o'clock at night. And it's like standing outside, 30-degree weather. And then I went and grabbed my hoodie. I put my pajamas on, put some footies on, some socks, and balled up in 3 covers. And then in 30 minutes, it's like your body said, why you do that? And you get, I'm talking about skin melting hot, yo. And it was like, are you serious? Now, this is what I say, me personally, like, I don't have no medical record of, but as time went on, I want to say that I believe, me personally feel like that maybe the children were sick initially. It's just that because this strand doesn't really affect children, that they weren't really sick, because I started paying attention to some things that was full circle for us, like dehydration. Like no matter how much you drunk, you felt like it wasn't enough. And you know, when you don't have enough liquid inside of you, it shows on your skin, like extremely dry skin, extremely chapped lips. And it got to a point that I felt like I was putting Vaseline on every 2 seconds. And I noticed that with my baby boy, and my baby boy, don't get me wrong, he have chapped lips every now and then, but it was like, his lips would not get hydrated for nothing. And he was already a picky eater, and it went from, I want some chicken nugget, I want Burger King, to when we get him to Burger King, he didn't eat none of it. And, you know, as a child, I'm looking like, okay, he understands that he has to eat, and we're out and we eat out, but he did not have an appetite. And that's one of the things that was, we were dealing with too. We didn't have an appetite. And we messed up a lot of food. One thing I can say, he's real big on not wasting. We wasted a lot of food.
We didn't waste a lot of food.
Yes, because he mainly didn't eat none of his stuff. But anyway, we just want to come and talk to you guys, let you guys know, you know, because I know y'all haven't heard from a while. You haven't seen him in the video in a while. I just want to do like a wellness check. He tried to go back to work. He wasn't able to. He came right back home being a baby. See? Now I'm going to say he's being a baby because
it don't matter. It don't matter. I could be dying with one arm hanging off like the Terminator, and she's going to say, oh, be a man.
Listen, y'all. Like I said, I was just, and I'm right now, it's like, when you don't feel 100%, you know something wrong, especially something that you can't do anything about, it just automatically makes you more irritated. And I think that's what happened with me. I can say my irritation went here. And then the kids, we're telling them like, look, we're sick. Because we're not normally sick, they just like, okay then, and then they turn up. And it's like, I don't feel like dealing. And I still think they don't get it. I think, well, one thing I can say that he should keep as a memory forever is that when he was laying there with his mouth wide open, sick, can't breathe, his son went right up to him and was patting his back and doing all the little cute stuff that he used to complain about. My son don't love me.
Because he don't care about me. He the only one around here care about me. Sure enough.